Mechanization and cultural decline. How much has our modernistic environment affected us mentally? As mechanization, industrialization and profit optimization reshaped society, they also reshaped the human psyche, often leaving it disoriented. The emotional and psychological toll of a world stripped of symbolic and communal depth is increasingly clear. Has Christianity become a product of this conformity? Is it true, for instance, that American Christianity is business Christianity? What do you think? From Gothic cathedrals to the vivid, hand-sewn folk costumes of rural communities, life was once infused with detail, meaning and locality. Each object bore the trace of hands, traditions and beliefs. But mechanization demanded efficiency, replication and uniformity. Brutalist blocks and lifeless commercial strips created a subtle emotional erosion. What some psychologists have described as urban depression, a sense of listlessness. Clothing has followed a similar path. Traditional garments expressed everything from spiritual beliefs to marital status to seasonal celebration. But in the wake of revolutions and globalization, elaborate dress was cast off. The suit and tie became the costume, not of a person, but of a role. This standardization was a mark of conformity. Even across nations and cultures, Western corporate dress became dominant. What we wear today reflects not who we are, but how employable or normal we appear. Over time, this suppresses emotional vitality and creativity, reinforcing a deeper psychological message: you are what you produce, not what you feel. Language, too, has been simplified and sterilized. The florid prose and rhetorical fire of the 18th and 19th centuries have given way to the stunted slogans and digital brevity of our own. Political discourse, once a battlefield of wit, now echoes with repetition and reduction. A politician recently said to an opponent, very, very offensive, thus murdering the English language. A 19th century politician might have said, a rebuke steeped in thunder. The impoverishment of expression has emotional consequences. When our vocabulary shrinks, the richness of our emotional lives becomes harder to articulate, leaving many with a vague sense of emptiness. Mental health statistics reflect this. Anxiety, depression and loneliness have soared in industrialized nations despite material abundance. It is not that people lack things, they lack connections to tradition, to beauty, to each other, and to something transcendent. Christians then need to remember to connect with their traditional cultures, even to design new churches that have some real style and creativity, not just mindless blocks. The good news is there is a resurgence of interest in craft, slow living. People are not content to live in grey boxes and speak in grey words. They are reviving lost arts, restoring old buildings, and rediscovering how to speak, dress, and live with beauty. The question remains, how have we been affected by mechanization in ways we are unaware of? Please share your thoughts. God bless.